Hi, it's your coach Joe Lucas. This is your Practice Power Daily Coaching video for Thursday, September 12th, 2013. Let's talk about disturbing people. Now, what do I mean by that? Bottom line is, a disturbed prospect will not buy. If you cannot get your prospect, the person you're sitting with, you can't get them disturbed, put in some level of pain, understand that there's consequences for not doing something. If you can't disturb them emotionally, and it's going to be a pure kind of analytical decision-making process, chances are it's not going to happen. And what I have found for a lot of advisors, and I think it's just in human beings in general, and I think for more you higher eyes on the disc scale, and more you kind of go salespeople, if you will, that you're so worried about offending somebody, you're so worried about likability, that you're not effective. And I see that over and over and over again. Now, what I'm not saying here is to be a raving idiot or another word that comes to mind, because we're not going to say it here. I'm still talking about being professional, but being firm. I'm really talking about hammering home what happens if they don't take your recommendations. Because if there's no negative consequence to them not taking action with you, if you can't develop that, if you can't put it out there, if you can't put gasoline on it and inflame it and in essence almost enrage them, are you really going to have enough power to influence them to the yes? Chances are probably not. And this is why it's so critical that you get in there emotionally with them and ask about, well, what happens if you don't make a change? What if you don't take my advice? What if you don't come with me and you stay with your current advisor who's been mistreating you for a decade? How much longer do you enable that? How much longer do you allow that to occur? Don't you think you deserve better? I mean, you got to use these words and come from a place of power and caring and congruency to do that. Look, when I'm working with somebody and they come in my world and they want to hire me as their coach, and I have them list all their issues, and some of you are like this long, and a lot of stuff I've got to deal with, right? And then I always get I want to think about it, Joe. And I sit there and say, that's what you said for the last 30 years. Or I can do it on my own, right? How many times have you said that to yourself, and how's that been working out for you? How many millions of dollars of production have you lost? Because your ego is in the way of your success. And by the way, it's a whole other topic. But this is the way I communicate with people. Why? Because I claim my authority. What you need to do is claim your authority when you're dealing with prospects. And I want you to, look, I want them to like you to a certain level. I'd much rather they respect you. Because if they respect you, they'll listen to your message. And they'll listen to your advice. And they'll listen to your take action. To me, it's okay, but sad if you have a situation and they say, well, it was a really nice situation. We really like you. We're just not ready to do anything right now. In my mind, you failed because you didn't solve their problem. You didn't motivate them. You didn't get them uncomfortable with getting over the top. That's your fault. Have a great day.